All right, so if you're watching this video, you're probably interested in this. These are the LinkBuds Fit, tiny little case. Looks like a macaroon, I don't know. But anyway, I just picked these guys up and I want to give you a quick lightning review because I'm super busy right now. I'm planning for a trip to Mexico, and these new earbuds, they're not perfect. They're not perfect, but they're better than I thought they'd be. Now, I have tons of earbuds, the XM5s, the PI8s, the Momentum 4s, the AZ80s. Check my channel out if you want to know my credentials when it comes to earbuds. I value fit, ergonomic, sometimes over sound quality, but sound quality is important to me. So that's what this review is going to be. It's going to be a quick overview of what I like, what I don't like, an unboxing, and some recommendations on what you should spend your money on if you decide these buds aren't for you. That being said, let's get into it. All right, so really quick, I want to interrupt this video. This is Fredo from the future. As you can see, I have the LinkBuds Fit right here. I've been testing them for over a week now, and these things are garbage. These things are horrible. Do not buy these earbuds. They are a waste of money. Sony flopped on these, and it's for 3 specific reasons. Now, I'm putting this in the beginning of the video for those people who don't want to waste their time. If you want to watch the actual video, my first initial thoughts, do so. Go ahead. If not, check out another video on my channel. But essentially, these buds are pure garbage. And there's 3 major reasons why these earbuds suck. 2 of those things they could probably fix with a firmware update. 1 of them can never be fixed. So let's cover that real quick. First thing is that silicone cover. Because they went with a silicone cover on these earbuds, there are no touch controls. That means that when the earbud's in your ear, you have to tap the side of your face. The problem with that is that you look like a crazy person tapping the side of your face if it doesn't register. Even if it does register, you look a little weird. Also, because there are no touch controls, you're limited to just play, pause, and ANC activate. There's no smart assistant as far as I can tell, and there's no volume controls. Forget about that. So that sucks. The next thing that's awful about these buds is the ANC. The ANC is pure garbage. Now, I want to explain why it's garbage. Sony usually does really good ANC. The problem with these is that something about the software makes them adaptable ANC. So it's never consistent and you can't dial it in. So sometimes I'll be in the subway and there'll be really loud sounds and then maybe it'll be really quiet and it's constantly trying to adjust in the background and you can kind of feel that. It's not even it's kind of like a pressure thing, but it's more of like a varying degree of like somebody yelling in your ear and then getting quiet and then yelling in your ear quiet. It's stupid. So the ANC on these is not consistent and that drives me crazy. I do not like that. And then last but not least, the aware mode. The aware mode on these buds sucks. And again, it's gotta be a software limitation that Sony's superimposing onto these buds because my XM5s are pretty good. I love my XM5s. That being said, I was in a co-working space and there were some loud people from like Spain or some Spanish speaking country and the woman's voice broke the earbuds. She didn't have the most high pitched voice in the world, but it was loud enough that the earbuds just crapped out. It was awful. It was like crackly sounds. And again, I use my XM5s all the time. I'm in co-working environments with loud noises, people talking, and it never had that bad of an issue. It's not that bad. So the LinkBuds Fit for $200. I do not recommend these buds. Avoid these. Maybe in the future, Sony will fix that ANC aware mode issue, but the lack of touch controls is a reason to skip these alone. All right, so real quick video about the Sony LinkBuds Fit. Just picked these up. I had a hard time getting them. Could only get them in black. I don't want the black, I want the white. Unbox these, put them on, do a little sound test and give you my opinions. Looks like a piece of jewelry. These additional, that mesh is awesome for protecting against earwax, and then you have an instruction manual which nobody reads. So starting off with the case, this is what it looks like next to AirPod cases. I unfortunately do not have my XM5s with me. They're at my girlfriend's house. Essentially, this case is about 75% size of the AirPods, but double the width. Now, that's not a bad thing. Case is nice, small, compact. I wouldn't be crazy about putting these in my workout shorts because I'm a runner here in New York City, but I don't have a problem leaving this case at home. That being said, there's no wireless charging on the back. You only get USB-C charging and then that pairing button. So one thing I really like about the case is the status bar. The XM4s had that. They get rid of it in the XM5s and now it's back. I think it's way better looking, but that's just an aesthetic choice. Overall, the case gets a W in my opinion. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. Throughout this video, you'll see me wipe this thing off multiple times. It is a fingerprint magnet. That glossy exterior is awful, so that's a negative. You're gonna be doing this a lot. Next up, let's talk about the bud ergonomics. These buds, I've been wearing them the whole time, have this silicone air wing. It's like an air cushion wing. You can see me compress it. This thing completely comes off. I'll show you in a top-down shot. So essentially these are XM5s with an additional built-in wingtip, and it's for stability. It's for stability support, which you would assume is good for working out. I've worn them for just a couple hours because I just got these delivered, and they are comfortable. They're super comfortable buds. They fit in my ear nicely. There's no pressure to them. What I do want to say is that I took one of these wings off and putting it back on was a pain. I don't know if I can get it right back the way it came factory. I don't know, I'm trying to slide it right now, but it's kind of giving me a hard time to fit over the way it used to. Maybe I got it now. You tell me. Also, something to note is that this fin is gonna pick up fingerprints and other stuff, greasy hands. Overall, they're better than the glossy XM5s. So fit, comfort, and wearability, top notch. That being said, I am worried about the tips. Similar to the Jabra Elites with the liquid silicone coating, I'm not confident that these things are gonna last forever, that air cushion, and that's why they are probably user replaceable. So something you should be aware of. Something you have to know is that these tips, if you look at the tip of the LinkBuds Fit, they're very short. It's a very short stem, so you can't just put any third-party tip on there. Be aware of that. You're probably better off sticking with these stock ones. And let's put them back in my ear for the next part. You can see them on the side of my ear. The wing kind of folds into the cavity of my ear, depending if your ear looks like mine or not. And they are comfortable. You just have to twist them in place. But yeah, super comfortable. I don't think I'll have a problem running with these. I'm actually going to go for a run, maybe like 20 miles. So I'll test these guys out. That being said, when it comes to the subjective stuff, like sound quality, they sound good. They sound good. You can use the equalizer to tweak them to your preferred sound. Unlike 90% of you where I'm like a bass head, they sound bassy. They don't sound cheap. It's Sony level quality sound, so you can expect that. Next thing that we have to talk about is the ANC and the aware mode. When it comes to the ANC, it's very clear that it's not as strong as the XM5s. Now, of course, what do you expect? These are about $100 cheaper, but there are other buds that are in this price point that have better ANC. These still let a little bit of sound in. There's like airplanes going by me. I can hear that noise. The blender, the vacuum cleaner, I can sort of hear that. It's muffled, but it's not as strong of an ANC. Now, in my honest opinion, this is something that's limited via software by Sony. So you buy the expensive ones that have a differentiator. So with all that, I think it's still passable and usable for 90% of people. But right off the bat, I'm going to tell you these are not better than the Quiet Comfort 2s, Gen 2s, the new ones that just dropped. The ANC is not better. Those have way better ANC. Next up is going to be transparency mode or aware mode. Now, I have an issue with my XM5s. Maybe it's because I sweat in them, but the mics are kind of messed up. They get kind of like scraggly sounding. So the aware mode isn't that great. And on these, that might happen over time. I don't know. But so far, the aware mode does seem improved. Voices sound clearer, which is important to me. I want to be able to hear voices and train announcements and stuff like that. And this does deliver. That being said, it's still susceptible to loud noises. Now for me, those loud noises are fire trucks, police sirens when I'm running in the street, trains screeching, loud beeps like at the supermarket when you're scanning things. These are still susceptible to that, so they're not my favorite buds when it comes to aware mode. So if you're in a Amazon warehouse beeping, scanning things all day, that might drive you crazy. And then last but not least, the biggest flaw of these buds is that there are no touch controls. And I might be crazy, I might just need to read the manual, but because these buds have a silicone tip on top, there are no touch controls. Like I'm touching and nothing's happening. So what you do get is that you get the ability to control them by tapping here. So you double tap and you get a chime. You get a chime that lets you know that you've done something. So I start, pause music. On this side, I toggle through ANC and aware mode, and it works. Don't get me wrong, these aren't the first buds to do it, but it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird if I'm in the subway and I'm just like tapping my face, you know? So not my favorite implementation of controls on these buds. Be aware of that. Also, there is going to be a little bit of a delay. It's not like crazy noticeable, but if you're in the gym and somebody starts to talk to you, even though they have a conversation aware, if you wanted to turn that off and just use this, you're gonna be tapping your face like a lunatic. And I just didn't work. You really kind of have to hit like right here. Not a fan of hitting my face. So yeah, those are the quick pros and cons of these earbuds. And for $200, they're not bad, but let's answer the questions and wrap up this video. Should you pick up the LinkBuds Fit? I guess there's more than one question. Should you pick up the LinkBuds Fits over the XM5s or something else? So yeah, I'm headed to my local Target to return these. If you want XM5s, go with XM5s. Pay the extra money, get them. They're probably on sale anyway. If you want good earbuds for that $200 price tag, go with the Bose Quiet Comfort Gen 2s. Those are better in every aspect, every metric. The app is better, the sound quality is better, the ANC is better. Check out my channel for other earbud reviews. I appreciate all of you, and yeah. Sony, very disappointed with you.